Very nice. Good evening and welcome to another Q&A here at Joesph and the Amazing All-Star Concert. I'm Adam Smith. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, watching us across our platforms of Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. We have got loads of questions to put to the man himself, Jaymi, right there about Joesph and his glittering career, including Union J and various other things as well. Keep your questions coming below in the comments. Feel free to ask anything. If he's said anything, pick it up. Maybe get some embarrassing stories out of him. We will try our hardest on this Q&A tonight. So let's get over to him. Jaymi, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us tonight. And from a glittering spectacle behind you there, you've chosen your dressing room to bring the Q&A from.
Yeah, just because my dog is very loud. So I've gone to the furthest most place in the house to stay away from her. She's cute. She might make an appearance, but she's very loud. So
we look forward to it. I'm sure there'll be lots of people that follow you through Union J and Joesph that'll know quite a lot about your dog. Is your dog on Instagram quite a bit and social media?
Not
no.
Nice.
We might get an exclusive appearance of your dog tonight then. Fingers crossed. Right, well, we have had questions sent into us since last night and before then. People ready to ask you, Jaymi, questions. We could cover Joesph, Union J, X Factor and anything else. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, Jim, let's get into the first one. This is from Caroline Pludar. What is the most beautiful place/theatre that you have ever performed and why? And what is your favourite place/theatre you have not yet performed in and would really love to?
Oh, God, that's really hard. I think for me, my pinch me moment favourite was Albert Hall, Royal Albert Hall. That was really special. I think when you're in a pop band, you kind of think you're going to do the arenas and you can do these places, but when we got asked to do the Royal Albert Hall for the Sunshine Festival, it was just unreal because you kind of pinch yourself and think, oh my God, am I really here? So that was that one. And place I've not performed that I'd love to, it has to be Palladium. That's the one I want to have on my list.
Both iconic venues, especially the Palladium, which is where Joesph got its peak, I guess, didn't it? So that must be. And it's a beautiful venue, both absolutely incredible venues.
I go and watch everything there. I've just never been on the stage. So
just sneak in during interval, just run around.
Sure.
Never know. There you go, Caroline. On to Donna Butler now. What musical theatre role would you like to do next?
Oh. Right, so this is not out at the minute as well, but I would love to play the Beast in Beauty and the Beast if they revived the musical.
Right.
Because that musical, that was the first show I ever saw in the West End. I think it was on tour, actually. I think I saw it. But I love Disney. But that's the role I'd love to play. Quite different than what I guess I get cast as. But yeah, maybe that. Or, I don't know, I'm in this weird age bracket now where I'm too young to play Valjean and Phantom, which are my dream roles.
Yeah.
And too old to play Evan Hansen or so I'm kind of on these weird mid no role part things. I need to wait to get a bit older and bushier.
In the limbo bit, but I guess if you're the Beast, you've got the costume, haven't you? Nobody sees your face at the beginning.
I know, but I'm 30, but I look apparently my casting age is younger than that. So all my friends are going for the roles that I want. I'm no, you look too young. I'm oh well, I'm not going to complain at that. So I'm happy.
Do you still get ID'd at certain times, Jaymi?
All the time, and I love it.
That's a good thing.
It's the best thing. You have this weird thing from 24 downwards. You're annoyed at getting ID'd. No, I am an adult. But after that, you're yeah. I just produce it just in case, just happy days.
I think it's more upset when you get past that age of past 30, like myself, just over 30, and then nobody asks for ID, and you're like, do you want to ask me? Feel free, you can if you want.
Fine, yeah.
Please do. There you go, Donna. On to Ryan Williams now. How long have you been playing Joesph in the tour, and do you miss the tour?
So I played it for roughly about 9 months. I started in February of 2019 and finished at Christmas 19. I missed it massively, especially with lockdown, because it's such a full-on tour. I think Joesph is the most shows in a week that any tour does. So I think going from being so busy and it's such a joyous show to then being in a recluse basically is quite mad. I miss it, massively. But I had the time of my life. So it was awesome.
A lot of people that we've been chatting to in this industry have been saying, it's in your blood to perform. And then when you're unable to perform in any way, shape or form, it's it's difficult because it's just the norm, isn't it? So when we
Yeah,
have opportunities like this, that are even when they're on the line and under unprecedented times, you still want to perform, don't you? You can't
of
help
course.
it.
Yeah. And I think for me, it's learning about this new normal of like technology, because I'm such a technophobe, which is mad because my whole career basically is on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that in the band. That I was never really one that caught up with it. I just loved being alive on the stage. So this has been interesting for me to learn about live streaming and stuff like that. But it's also given me a bit of anxiety to get back on stage. I was just thinking about it, thinking, oh my God, when it comes to being back on stage, we all of us have had a year out of training. Basically, we're going to
Yeah.
be so rusty that I think it's going to be a big wake up call when we all actually get back to work and step on those boards again.
Yeah, I think a lot of people as well who may have taken it for granted and it just being the norm, may just value it so much more
I
now.
hope so. I mean, it's very polarizing. I think for some people. I mean, I was quite actively, what's the word, being an activist for theatre at the beginning of lockdown because I could see how this was going to affect, and I could see jobs of
Yeah,
mine going quite quickly, and people saying, "Oh, people aren't going to care about the arts, etc." Like we care about health, and that's of course health is the main thing, and our key workers are heroes. But actually, if you think about it, the thing that's got everybody through lockdown is the arts. It's your Netflix, your radio, your TV, all of those things. I
yeah,
think if those things disappeared, like theatre is on the brink of not being here for a while,
yeah,
the world would be a really dark place for lockdown. I remember speaking to my grandmother, and she saying we had nothing in the war. So we were on lockdown with the Blitz and all of that, but we had nothing. We couldn't even light a candle.
yeah,
So people finding it hard now, at least we have the luxury of the arts and technology to get us through. So hopefully those people that aren't art minded will be a little bit
yeah,
kinder to those that just, oh, you
yeah.
just sing for a living, or you just have fun for a living. No, it is our job, and it does provide such a valuable service to everybody.
Yeah, and in situations like this, a lot of people aren't protected by anything. So this is where the charity acting for others steps in and creates such an essential part, which is why we are doing this. And of course, Jamie, we are grateful that we've got you on board because you are a fantastic guy to have on board. So thank you. There you go, Ryan. Daniel now, who is stagey guy. He's got quite a few questions to put to you here. I
Right.
think he's got his money's worth, pal. So number one, would you ever play Joesph again?
Absolutely. I'd love
Yeah,
to.
it's good. It's a good role, isn't it? Nobody says anything negative
No,
about it.
it's the best role.
Would you ever like to? Would you ever like to see play Joesph and narrator? Could you do that?
So I'd love to do narrator. And that was the thing. The whole tour, I was like, oh my God, I want to do narrator. And we had actually one of our swings is a male narrator. So in case when we was on tour, either Trina or Alex went off, we had our understudies. But then if they were off, it fell down to Will or Jamie, who are swings, to play it. And I remember in sound checks hearing the boys sing, and actually it's a really lovely thing for a boy to sing because it's so vocal, especially for a singer like me. So yeah, love to have a bash at narrator.
Brilliant. Number three. What other musical would you like to do next?
I think we covered that, didn't we? I think, to be honest, any musical, like I'm
Anything.
free,
just,
anything.
just
Like,
put me in
even
a
in
spotlight. I
Greece.
don't care. Greece.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, but even in circumstances, yeah, Greece is fine for me.
Okay, fair enough. Would you be a T-bird or a pink
I'd,
lady?
I'd
Which one
be
would you
anything.
prefer?
I'd be dandy if you needed me to be. I'm fully available.
We would love to see that, Jamie. And finally, Daniel's questions. Would you ever go back to Birmingham Hippodrome to star in pantomime again? He thought you were brilliant as Peter Pan there.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a special place for me. That theatre. That's where I found out I was Joesph. I was in Birmingham Hippodrome pantomime then, and it was really magical getting to go back as Joesph to that theatre where I found out. It's got such a special vibe. Anyone who's been to see a show there will say it's got such a special feeling. It's like being in the West End out of London. So yeah, that's special place for me.
There you go, Daniel. All your questions are answered there. Got your money's worth. On to Gilbert Pocket now. What difference did you find touring for Joesph compared to touring in the band Union J?
I found it really liberating, actually, because when you're in a pop band, you're so micromanaged. So your touring is taken care of. You are basically just the product that stands on stage. So you don't worry about how you get to each venue or your catering's done on the tour. It's all just there for you, which is
Yeah,
people sort of think it's lovely, but actually it kind of makes it a bit clinical. I think that you don't have to do anything for yourself. So touring in a musical was lovely because you had to find your way to each venue, find different places to stay in each city, and experience it more. So I think the touring on the Joesph side of it gave you a much more cultural aspect of what England's like, rather than being in a pop band where you're just on a bus, on a stage, on a bus. So yeah, I think that's the main difference for me.
Brilliant. Ryan Shaw, what dream career did you have when you were younger, and have you always wanted to be in the arts and musical theatre industry?
Yeah, I think always. I mean, I wanted to be an astronaut. That was like my thing.
Who doesn't want to be an
Of
astronaut?
course, still do, to be fair. But I'm not really that scientifically minded. So yeah, I think it was arts and costumes and makeup and drama was kind of me from I think two. So I don't think there was ever a backup for me. It was never a matter of when. No, it was always a matter of when this happens, not if this happens for me. That was my mindset. So I never gave myself a backup, which was risky, but luckily it paid off.
It did indeed, and this is why we are here chatting to you today. Sammy McKnight, best and worst moment of touring, and if you could choose somewhere to perform where you haven't done already, where would you choose? Now, I think we've already said the Palladium for that, but best and worst moment of touring.
Best moment for me of tour was opening in Windsor. I sang "Close Every Door," which is such an emotional song, and I think that you have in rehearsal period, you only have 2 weeks to do a musical, really. So it was such an adrenaline rush for me. I was like, this is so new to me. It's my first musical. Things were going wrong as they do in any show up until we teched the day. And you had Gary on yesterday, which I'm sure he'll concur the technical rehearsals. Like,
Yes.
we weren't ready at all for some reason. And we'd done the show backwards. We'd done the second half, but not done the first half. So I was all a bit in my head. And I sang "Close Every Door," and all of that emotion just came out of me in that song. And that moment, I just completely fell apart, burst out crying on my opening night. And it was real emotion through song, which was lovely. And that was seeing the audience, and my mum and my family were there, and Bill Kenwright was there, and seeing these people that had given me a chance, and everyone that played a part in my life. It was just a real surreal moment. Like, oh my god, this is you! Like, you're on stage headlining your own musical. What that? Like, pinch yourself. Like, come on. So that was my best moment. Worst moment was the makeup, because I'm covered in tattoos on both arms and my chest. And obviously that's not desired for Joesph. So we had many different ideas about, well, was I going to wear a body stocking, or was it? So we every day did a full body's worth of makeup. So I think I wore more makeup than Elphaba does in Wicked.
I was just about to say, she's always covered green.
And I wore more skin-coloured makeup than Elphaba for a whole year. Mad. My bathroom, when I used to come home, even though like you can wash as much as you want, foundation is such a stubborn, like such a stubborn substance. Like I was like washing like 3 days later, and I'd be like, and there's like I was like, oh my god, there's still foundation on me. Where is it coming from? Like all my clothes were ruined.
I imagine you don't have white bed sheets.
Not anymore. And I felt so
Good.
bad.
Is that the reason why?
I was living in digs as well, obviously on tour, so I felt really bad. So like I had bought like a onesie that I could sleep in just in case I like ruin those sheets, because I can't wash someone else's sheets. And I was just I was orange for a whole year. Anyone I touched just got like a sponge of makeup. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Brilliant story. I love that. Sumo Pack now. Josh says hello, Jaymi.
Hi, Josh.
What was your favourite thing about being in Joesph?
My favourite thing about being in Joesph, I think it's a bucket list moment for any kid that's creative minded or wants to be on stage to be in a musical. I think is where it all starts for people. And I was very lucky early on in my life to have the career I did and be on X Factor and all of that. And that was amazing. But there was always this one thing of me. I always just wanted to be in a musical, and that was my favourite thing. I think for that was just having that moment where I said, yeah, that dream happened. It isn't always over. Like when one thing changes, you can always move on to different aspects of your career. And that was really important for me. And yeah, a really great moment.
Had you seen Joesph prior to audition for the X Factor, or when you wanted? No.
How bad?
So that's not bad at all. But then obviously it's one of those things where
music's like ingrained in us, isn't it, as kids?
Of course.
No, I'd not seen it. I hadn't seen it physically. I'd seen the film, but not physically, no.
I think it's one of those musicals. From doing these Q&As myself, I wasn't too clued up on Joesph before, but from doing these, it's amazing. It's a whirlwind. It's such a magical family community that it is, and I think you just, no matter how, you just get sucked into it. I can imagine.
You do massively. It's
There we go, Sue. Jane McKnight, a couple of questions from Jane. Firstly, is there a venue you would have liked to have performed in as Joesph, but you didn't tour in it? And second question, what has been your favourite musical to go and see live?
I'd love to do Manchester. We didn't do Manchester on the tour.
The Palace.
No, yeah, we didn't do that. So I'd love to have done that because I've heard everyone has said when you go to Manchester, it's such an electric experience. So that was one I wish we'd managed to get to. And musical as Wicked, I've seen Wicked, I think probably nearing on 20 odd times now. Because Wicked came to the West End when I was just starting stage school at Brit. So I was going to the Brit School in Croydon and travelling from Luton, where I'm from, every day. And what I used to do is get off at St Pancras every Thursday, go to Victoria on my way. This is like talking 4:30 in the morning. I used to have to get up to do this because I used to leave the house at 6 anyway. But queue up for front row tickets. And Wicked, they used to always just, the front row tickets were £20. You could queue up. Every Thursday, me and my school friends would queue for a good 12 weeks of the opening of Wicked to watch Wicked. So I saw it a lot. And it's just that
Wow.
It's that musical that came to London when I started stage school. So it was like, this is the one for me. I actually found it really bad. This is really bad. Don't tell anyone. I found a bootleg version on YouTube.
I'm gonna say you're just definitely public on Facebook.
No, but it's out there. And I watched it at home, and I was like, I love this. I know it's really bad, but I watched Wicked on the telly. Like, I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, it's a special musical for me.
Yeah, I'm excited for the movie supposed to be coming out over the next couple of years.
It's supposed to be coming out for years because I'm a geek.
I know.
I talk everything. So I'm hoping, but I hope they do it justice. I think it can go either one or two ways. I would have loved to see it as a Disney film, like an animated.
I completely agree.
Rather than live action, I think it could have been so good as like how Frozen's done with the Dina. Like, I think it could have been done really well because the effects and stuff have to be so right. And with a Disney film, it can be a bit camp and a bit fake and stuff, which Wicked is. So I think I'd have loved to have seen it actually as a Disney animated movie.
I agree. Would you ever fancy yourself as a bit of Fiyero?
Yeah, I'd love to, but I think I'm not.
You might fangirl it a bit too much.
Maybe a little bit. I'm more of an alpha buff. I'd be like belting out trying gravity in the wings, like, oh, is she off? Oh, I can go on quickly. I know it's not because I've got the costume.
Yeah, I'm happy with all body makeup. I've done it before.
So there we go. Like, why the hell not?
I'm sure we'd love to see that. I could just see you in the Defying Gravity going up with you.
I mean, it's the one, to be fair, isn't it? It's the moment.
Yeah, it's my favourite musical. Jamie updates now, which I assume is a fan thing for you. A question for Jamie. Obviously, lockdown has been a super difficult time for performers across the world. What have you been doing for coping techniques, and what has helped you to be positive and get through this? And a love heart. You got a love heart as well.
Yeah, it's been tough. I think I was quite lucky that I finished Joesph in December, went straight into Panto, and I'd already decided to take in January and February off work just for a bit of a break. So I was kind of used to being at home and doing nothing. Had I been in a job and this had happened, I think me as a creative person and the person I am, I think I would have really struggled to have gone from everything to nothing straight away. So I had a bit of like breathing time to figure it out. But I think for me, it's just been like communication with people. That's been the main thing that I'm coping with, is finding a new love. When you're on the road and tour, as I've done for pretty much 8 years of my life now, you miss the special moments, the birthdays, the things like that. So having nothing in the schedule and being able to be free to jump on a team chat when your friends want to, or do a quiz here and there, has been the most rewarding thing for me. And I think that's what a lot of people should take from this, is I think we lost our way a lot as people, that we didn't take our family and friends and things right in front of us for granted. So yeah, that's been how I've been coping, but I am eager to get back to work.
It must be good to be, like you say, if you're touring all the time, just to be at home with your home comforts, whether it be your amazing green trainers behind you or your dog. Yeah, I
moved into my house the week I started Joesph, and I spent 24 nights here last year, which is mad. So it's not. So I've made up for it, and that's what I've loved the most is being at home with Ollie and just having some time that I don't have to answer to. And I always, if I'm not working, I'm always like, why am I working? When's the next job? I'm always thinking, what's next? And I'm sure anyone who's self-employed or either creative does that. So having it taken away from you, you can't do nothing about it. You have to just sit and enjoy what you've got. Has been such a freeing experience for me. So I've quite enjoyed lockdown. If I'm honest.
It's somebody telling you, just relax, Jaymi. You've worked too hard.
Yeah.
Just revive, refresh yourself.
Yeah. I agree.
Union J for life. A couple of questions from them. What do you miss the most about the boys, and the least most thing about each member of Union J?
How many have you got? No, I'm joking. I miss the boys. The thing I miss most is that brotherly companionship that you have all the time around you. Like, I think I've never been on my own as much as I have now. I know I've got Ollie.
There you are with the boys.
Oh, there we are. God, we are giving blue steel, aren't we, there?
Yeah. Loving the pouts.
We haven't aged that much. We are quite... I think we must have made a pact somewhere. There's a picture in the attic somewhere, definitely. But no, I miss that every day in each other's pockets. I'm very much a social person and a group person. And I think that helped being in Joesph as well, because you become a cast. So yeah, I'm a cast member in life. I surround myself with a lot of people. So that's what I miss the most. What I don't miss the most... I don't know. Nothing. I think sleeping habits, like snoring in the tour van, that was awful.
Who was the worst snorer?
No, Josh was the worst sleeper. Josh used to he'd talk in his sleep, bizarre crap, like the weirdest stuff you've ever had a full-on conversation. But no, there's nothing I don't miss about them. I think I loved all the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah.
Brilliant. Are you staying in touch with the guys? Have you got like a weekly Zoom quiz going on or something?
Not a weekly Zoom quiz, I don't think. No. None of us are quite quizzically minded. But we've got a lovely group chat that we've all reconnected with, which has been really nice. I mean, it's all out there for the public to see that we've had our ups and downs. But lockdown, again, that's one of the things I'm most grateful for, is that the four of us have really connected on a different level during this time, because there's no expectation for us. There's no one going, are you getting back together? Was our conversations leading to us getting back together? It's just us finding the four boys we were before we were on X Factor, which has been really special, and we've all connected. I've always been kind of like the one that's spoken to everybody.
Yeah.
And it's been really nice for us just to have that time for us all to be together again. I'm just going to get a water. 1 sec.
Yeah, that's fine, buddy. Don't forget to keep your questions coming in the comments below. If you have anything to ask Jaymi, please put them there, whether it be about Joesph or, of course, Union J, which we're talking about right now. We'd love to have your questions. There's still plenty of time to get them in. Just comment below. Our production team will pick them up. And as you can see, if you're just logging on right now, there's Jaymi. There we go.
Sorry, I was really thirsty. My mouth was like...
It's fine. Right, another one from Union J for life. Who would you love to duet with for a YouTube video, one day, or a single?
Okay, how long's your list?
As long as you want it to be, Jaymi.
Celine. It has to be Celine. I would die to sing with that woman.
If there was any Celine Dion song that you could duet with her, which would it be? Would we go for the normal Titanic, or would we go for an album B-list track or something?
Prayer. I'd like to sing the Prayer of Celine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good choice.
Like the one. Or Adina.
Would you...
I'd like to sing with Adina as well.
The Prayer, or would you go for a Let It Go? Or maybe a Wicked. We could do For Good.
No, as long as you're
mine. Right, okay.
Yeah, that'd be special.
Good choice. Would love to see that. I think I could imagine you and Celine having a bit of a voice off. No, I can go louder. No, I can go louder.
I'll put my little on. Shall we go for it?
And finally, for Union J for life, any exciting upcoming things for this year? Obviously, after.
No. To be fair.
Besides this Joesph
might
thing.
Be in the hallway.
Yeah.
No, baking a cake. No, nothing this year. A few things on the horizon, but again, it's just waiting if we can do it or not, to be fair. But it's been nice this time. I've been able to, again, be thankful for lockdown, that we've been able to sit back and plan for whenever we are back. That's given me a bit of freedom to have some creative headspace to sit down and think about what I want to do next. Whereas usually you're so forward on going what's happening now that you don't have time to breathe. So yeah, a few little exciting things. I'm sure everyone's going to be very excited about when we release them. But yeah, I can't really say much.
Yeah, we look forward to that.
I'm about to swear I'm so bad at this question because I'm always the one that goes, "Oh yeah, we do." So no, there's nothing.
Having to hush your gums. But in regards to Union J, obviously with this lockdown, do you think if it wasn't for the lockdown that you guys have been able to, reconnect and maybe have the discussions that you may have been having?
No, I genuinely don't. I think everyone, when you're in a group, people don't understand the dynamics because you are a group. So we started as a group, but you are 4 individuals, and you've all got 4 life paths, and we're all very different, as our fans will know. So I think when you do take a step back, and we've all gone, okay, we're going to take a break from Union J, then your whole world becomes about you. So everyone's so busy, and that's not a negative thing, but everyone's focusing on themselves. So I think what's been lovely is, like I said, with lockdown, is that freedom of time where you can go, oh my god, we're just catching up on memories, or like things like we're so in tune. Like we did a live stream with Rylan, X Factor 2012 reunion, and me, Josh, and JJ. George wasn't available that day, but me, Josh, and JJ all turned up in denim jackets. And it's things like on a Zoom chat, and it's things like when you sit back and realise we're so alike that even though we haven't seen each other for a year, that we're still wearing the same clothes, matching in colour scheme to a live stream. Well, last night I watched the Eurovision film, went on Instagram. JJ's watching the Eurovision film at the same time as me. It's those little things that you can have a laugh with, that you're like, regardless what time, space, corona, anything, we are meant to be together. So yeah, it's been a lovely time, again, with no pressure of management or the outside world going, oh my god, Josh and JJ spoke, or George and Jaymi were seen together, like what does this mean? It's just been about friendship, which is the biggest for any group that we've managed to claim back, which is lovely.
And it's you two and you guys being able to run on your own schedule. No one's pushing you to do something.
And
you can make it more natural.
There's no plans or expectations for anything, because no one's got any plans or expectations for life. So just to be able to Zoom chat each other or FaceTime George at 2 a.m. because we're watching the same documentary, and silly stuff like that, that when you're in a business, and the same goes with the Joesph guys as well, actually, when work's taken aside of it, it's been nice to actually have a bit of time which maybe we didn't spend enough time nurturing because we were so busy. So yeah, it's been lovely.
And if Union J ever did get back together, would you still consider yourself as a boy band, or would you now consider yourself as a man band?
I don't know. It depends how old we look. I think we're 30, but if I can push that boy band out a few more years, I'm happy with that, yeah. I think just a band. I think where we also again lost our way a little bit is we were a boy band, like your boy bandness. But one thing that we had that I think was special about us on X Factor is we were real singers, musicians, and I think maybe we lost our way a little bit in our releases and the way that we were perceived by the bubble around us. Just a boy band. So it'd be quite nice to come back and be musicians. I think would be quite nice.
Yeah. Carolina Ashbridge now. Favourite venue you performed Joesph at?
So 2. One was Birmingham Hippodrome, again because of that beginning and end journey of Joesph. And Milton Keynes Theatre was mine because that's my local theatre, where I used to go and watch all the touring West End productions. So to be there and be on my home turf as such was a really, really amazing week. And it was nice to, with touring, is you never get to go home afterwards. You always go to a stranger's house. So all that excitement kind of just ends up in a really small room, and it's really hard thing. But all that whole week, I was able to come back to my house and have parties and friends and family and see everyone I know all the time. So it was a lovely moment to have it all for a week.
I guess it was quite surreal as well, because we spoke earlier on about when you went to see your touring productions, and you said not if, it's when I get to perform.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're sat there, you must have said when you were a younger self, going, "I'm going to perform on there one day."
And it's not, and I don't want it to sound in a self-sure, cocky way. I think it's just my outlook on life is if you put it out there, it's going to come for you. Like I'm a massive believer in the universe, and not to be too heavy, but if you manifest your own destiny, so if you don't give yourself any barriers in life, there's nothing that you can't achieve. Like if we're all people at the end of the day. We're all born the same. It's just little blobs of humanness. So if you want to be the president of the United States, or you want to be something else, or you want to be a pop star or a movie star, it's available to happen. Yes, luck comes into it, but if you give yourself barriers by saying, no, that's not for me, I can't do that, well, you're never going to achieve it. So I was always one of these kids that was like, no, I want it. I'm going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. Luckily, luck was on my side. But yeah, I think that's a really important message for people to have, is that nothing is out of reach for you if you want it or not.
Indeed. Yeah. Hollier Alicia Dixon, what was it like to join Joesph after Union J, and which do you prefer?
Oh, they're too different. Far too different to even compare. Yeah, it was really nice to join, because it was nice to be part of such a joyous production, I think. For me, the year before I'd done Joesph, I'd had quite a rough year of work, and the band, we decided to take a step back. So I was in a massive midlife crisis at 28 is mad, but kind of like, what am I going to do? What's next? But for this to come along was like a reassurance to me that, no, you're on the right path. And yeah, there's no preferring either which way. There's things that I loved about both that maybe I loved more on the other side, but overall I was just so grateful to be able to still blag this 8 years after playing for X Factor. So yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go through some of the questions that have been put below. Josh Thomas McPack, what are your plans after lockdown?
I can't say. I'm planning. I am planning.
There are plans.
I'm gonna be out there. Yeah, it's gonna be out there. There's plans. I'm just waiting. So like, I know people are eager, but I'm more eager. I'm like, come on, let me back.
I want to tell everyone. And on that, we'll go to Sammy McKnight's question. What's the first thing you're going to do once this is over, the lockdown? What's the first thing you want to do?
First thing, I want to go for dinner. And anyone who knows me, that's so not me. I'm such a stay-in person, but I've stayed in enough now. So I want to just go for dinner with my friends. I want to go and see a show. I just want to be out there, but not until it's ready. And I think I'm not going out this weekend when the pubs open and stuff, because I don't want to go back when it's on Corona's terms. That makes sense. By having this, I can't wait for the day when hopefully, if we get the vaccine or whatever, that we can all just go, like, stepping out into the sunlight. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like when Ariel gets her legs. Like that moment, we're all just be like, my God, what is this world? Like I do.
We're part of it. We're part of this world
like,
now. What was it?
With a fork, like stroking the top of the sea at the minute. Like it's almost there, but not quite. So yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And if you were to go out for a meal, what would you be eating? Come on, I'm sure there's some fans want to know what your ideal dish is.
I like tapas, like bits and like drinks.
Yeah.
I've had enough of microwave meals. Do you know what I haven't?
Yeah.
Everyone has McDonald's. I'm not fussed at all anymore. I drive past the drive-thru. I'm like, you people have lost your minds. Lost it. Hour and 45 minutes queue.
I didn't go that extent. I queued for 10. Me and my daughter queued for 10, and it wasn't the same.
McFlurry. I'll hold just that. I missed a McFlurry.
A McFlurry. I missed a sausage McMuffin, but they don't do them, so I was gutted.
No, Busters do. Little plug.
Do they?
Not quite the same. We'll do.
I'll get down to Marks and get some. I don't think they do them. Sainsbury's. Jane McKnight, sorry. Do you think having so much time off will have an impact on your voice?
Yes, it has already. I can tell that already. I am so out of shape. I did some live streams at the beginning of lockdown, and it knackered me out completely. My voice is definitely. So I'm going to have to, when we know when we're going to go back, I'm going to start training it again. I'm not doing it at the minute because I feel like if I train it back up to where it needs to be, and then I still have lockdown, it's just going to cause a whole world of problems. But I'm singing every day and trying my hardest. But I think, I'm going to have to take some serious time to properly plan when I go back, make sure I don't do any damage.
Yeah, but of course, you've been doing this Joesph thing. I've seen a bit of the footage that you've thing, and it sounds spots on there, so it can't have done that much damage.
I can do like a burst. I can give you like a one show, but I think if I especially go back onto a tour, I'd have to really like reassess the bad choices I've made in lockdown with what I've been eating and drinking, to shock my body into back being like, oh no, this is a machine. Your body, it's not just here to put takeaways and alcohol in.
Yeah. Although it does sound fun doing that. I know. Carol Pludra, how many tattoos do you have, and which is the most important to you?
I have no idea. I have lost. I generally have no idea. My whole sleeve is a load of different little bits and little things here. I've got most important to me.
Are you planning any more?
No, I've only got heart, and the
No.
weird thing is my chest piece isn't finished. Around my nipple, I've got no tattoo, which is on this side, which is because I kind of got bored, and I still
Right.
like 7 years ago, so I need to get that finished. That'd probably be the only thing I get done, but no more. No. Most important to me, I've got two. I've got 24 in Roman numerals on my chest, which is mine on his anniversary, and I would guess I've got the coordinates of where Uni and Jay were in Las Vegas when we got back to the live shows. I guess they're the two most meaningful ones. The rest are just rubbish. Just
Yeah.
honestly,
But I'm sure they look great.
if it was like a catalogue, I was just like, I'd have that, and that, and just stick it on me in any which way you can.
Ever regret it? Ever regret any of them?
Honestly, you try doing Joesph 3 shows a day with that much makeup, you will learn to hate your tattoos. Honestly.
Suna Mufaz, will Uni and Jay get back together or do anything for the anniversary this year?
Well, anniversary this year. Maybe not this year. I think because it's 8 years, so it's not a massive one. But I mean, there's plans. Not plans, but there's talks, and I think now more than ever, we'd be more willing to think about doing maybe a 10-year thing. Maybe, like I said, because of our previous conversation, that we're back to where we used to be. So, but there's no pressure. So if we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. I don't know. It has to be right this time. We have to be on our terms. I think, but. I mean, we love each other. We love making music, so I think it's inevitable one day something will happen. But there's no structured. This is what we're doing right now.
It must mean so much to you to still, after these years of taking a break and the success it had, to still have the fan base that you have.
That's the thing that was another thing that reason we took a break, because we wanted to just make sure that we weren't longing something out that had over. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're in a bubble, sometimes you keep going when it doesn't need to, and the fact that the fans are all still there and they've been so generous to give us the time away, I think it's been a real awakener for us that we know these guys and that we love them so much and we wouldn't have anything without them. But also I think you have to sometimes make people miss something. Does that make sense? I think you have to let people have that time to realise, oh yeah, we did like them, or have their time to grow as well. Our fan base is so dedicated that their whole life was following us around, and it's been really nice that I saw so many fans and seeing what they're doing with their lives and how successful they're becoming. So it's gonna be nice for us all to sort of like, when we do, or if we do get back and do something, to see us all as completely different people growing up. I still
see how people have developed.
But no babies as far as I know, which still makes me feel young. When one of our fans is a family and they have babies, that's when I'll be like, okay, now we're a man band.
Do you get regular updates then from people, from your fans, giving them what they're doing with their lives?
Facebook and stuff, or Instagram and stuff like that. You kind of, you just kind of see what people are up to. I've always been an open book, that I'm not one of these people that has a fan base that are a fan base. They're my friends. They're the reason that I'm there to perform, and you have to have that mentality that I wouldn't be on the stage if these people weren't buying the tickets or supporting you or spreading the word. So they've always been a friendship rather than a fandom for me. So I speak to a few regularly, definitely, and I always like to pop up on their comments or with their lives.
That's brilliant, and that will be the reason why you still have them, because that's fabulous. Donna Butler, when are you next doing an Instagram live?
I don't know. I've kind of got. I really want to do one, but I did 2 Instagram live shows, and I enjoyed them a bit, but I miss that audience participation, not the applause, not that something, but the banter with the people behind the camera. And I'm such a technophobe that I was like, this is a bit weird singing to myself in a camera. So I think if I was to do another one, now that things are starting to sort of like lift, maybe try and book a theatre somewhere that's empty, at least to be on a stage, because it's I watched it back and it was like, well, that's not my best, because I'm just in my front room in my t-shirt. So I think I have to, when the lights hit me, and that's when I come out as a performer. So that's what that's probably when.
There you go, Donna. On to Jake Alexander now. Can you remember the colours of the coat?
God.
Did you know this was coming?
No, this wasn't one that I saw. Oh, right, okay. I have to sing the bit before. I can't smell it smart. Red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach, ruby and olive and violet and fawn, lilac. No, oh my god, no, I can't. No, I can't. That's so bad. Yeah, I can. Hold on, wait.
Oh.
I'll just sing it. Red and
Sing
yellow
it for us, Jaymi.
and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach, ruby and olive and violet and fawn. What am I missing after fawn? This is really embarrassing. Can we pause?
Let me find.
I'm having a
Yeah, go for it. So it was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and ochre and peach and ruby and olive and violet and fawn and lilac.
Oh, it was lilac. I was right the first time. Lilac and gold and chocolate and mauve, cream and crimson, silver and rose, azure and lemon and russet and grey. Russet and grey. Purple and white and pink and orange and blue.
Correct.
Right. I was right the first time.
Go.
Oh, do you know why? Because I gave myself the impossible task of adding more words into it in my head. So how to learn it, I gave myself like word association. So how I sing it or hear it is the original rainbow, red and yellow and no, not pink, green and brown. So then that's what I tell myself. No, not that.
Yeah.
Scarlet and black is because Scarlett Johansson plays Black Widow in that. Ochre and peach because in Mario Kart there's ogre and peach. Ochre and peach. What's after peach?
Oh god, you're gonna have to make me go back in this now. Peach, ruby, and olive.
So ruby and olive are both girls' names. Next.
I'm telling you, violet and fawn
are both. Violet's a girl's name, but fawn sounds like dawn. So those four are girls' names. Lilac because it's purple, and
gold.
This is so how do is the colours of Cadbury's pink.
Yeah,
pink and gold.
And then it goes on to chocolate. So I like your connection.
And mauve is still purple.
Yeah.
Cream and crimson.
Cream and crimson. Yeah. Silver and rose.
Silver Rose because that's the Silver Rose is a film, an old musical film. Silver Rose.
Right. Azure and lemon.
Azure and lemon because I'm sure there's a shop called Azure or something like that, and then I think of limoncello.
Coffee.
Yeah, Azure coffee and then limoncello. Russet and grey because I've got a friend called Russell Gray, and russet sounds like grey. Russet, no. And then purple and white. Purple and white and pink and orange and blue. I think that I just knew that one, and that was like okay. So that's what I did myself to go through.
To somebody who's never performed in Joesph, I just do TV and radio. What a complex way of remembering that. But it works.
It works, but not when you're on the spot thinking about it and not done it for 6 months. Then you're thinking,
did you have any mishaps when you're singing it?
Never did it once. Never messed it up once on stage, ever. Thank God, until now.
That's good. There you go, Jake. We got there. You got it in the end with the help from me. Donna Butler, have you ever done Frozen on stage?
No, I'd love to do Frozen on stage.
Oh, sorry. Have you ever frozen on stage?
Oh,
sorry.
I was thinking, there's my next role. Hello, Elsa.
It just came up on the screen. I was like, oh, I've said it wrong.
Did I freeze? Oh, no. No, I haven't. I've got words wrong when my brain's going somewhere else than my mouth, and my mouth has just let it go ahead, and I've messed up words or lyrics. But I've never frozen. I live for it. I live for the lights. As soon as the lights are on, I'm there. So, yeah, I've never had a stage fright moment.
Have you had any embarrassing moments on stage?
Loads.
Yeah, give us an example of one.
You've been a loincloth 8 times a week and expecting something not embarrassing to happen. Do you know the sheer panic that I had? There's a moment in it where, after I'd impressed the pharaoh, and I would you're on the stairs that go up that pull out, and you do a pirouette, and the girls take off the silver loincloth, and you are then in the gold one. Every night, sheer panic that Amber had got the wrong set of poppers, that she would pull both. Can you imagine if I'd just be in my pants? In my pants. So that was my sheer panic. But no, we had a few moments where I hadn't spun right and it hadn't come off right, and it would be like hanging down on the side, or we had so many funny little moments on stage that the audience probably knew because we were so bad at corpsing as a cast. We just laugh all the time at things that go wrong. I think that's the beauty of Jason as well. It's kind of a bit panto as well, that if one of the sheep doesn't inflate on the back, the audience love it as well for that moment. So, yeah, it was a fun time.
Good story. Right, Candente, have you any advice to young aspiring performers?
Yeah, train. Like, I wish I trained harder. I think if you want to do it, you've got to put your best foot forward.
Yeah,
There's a lot of opportunities out there, for instance, like talent shows, or there's auditions that can go right for you. But if you haven't done the background work, when you get the job, God, it's hard. It is hard work.
yeah,
So I think I was lucky enough that I'd had 8 years of pop touring to give
yeah,
myself stamina for a musical tour. But had I come out of college the shape I was in at 18, I got into a musical, I would not be ready for a musical tour. So you have to make sure that you're working. We're very lucky to do a job we love, but at the end of the day, it is a job and people are paying good money. So yeah, train hard, enjoy it, and don't give yourself any barriers or limits. If you want to do it, it's out there for yours.
We're going to take you back in time a little bit now, Jamie, because someone just put a question below. This is Paul Haywood. Do you remember singing karaoke at Flame
Of
in
course.
Luton on a Sunday evening?
Of course you do. Flame's my
I
local.
used to sing there. Remember, you sang very well. Congratulations on getting where you are, by the way. And that's from Paul. What was your karaoke song? And do you remember?
A Million Love Songs. Take that. Oh my God. John Legend. Ordinary People. Yeah, everything. I was just always up. I used to work in Flame as well, so I was like the barman that used to sing all the time. So I used to love my Sunday shifts because I just never serve any drinks, just sing the karaoke.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't be doing my job right if I didn't ask you for a blast of a karaoke song.
Oh, you are joking me.
Not at all, Jamie.
Oh.
You're never going to see me again. I know.
What I do? Oh God, I hate this. I'm not prepared.
I mean, if you want to go off screen, prep yourself, and then
I'm fine.
jump back into a performance.
Right, let's do karaoke roulette. Right, so someone has to comment. The first comment in with a song, I'll sing. That's
okay. So the first song that gets commented below will be the song that he sings, whether he knows the words or not.
Baby
so
Shark.
Production, Baby Shark. Well, it's not hard to forget. It's not hard to remember that one, is it? Here we go. One's coming through right now. I've got a little typing emoji on my screen.
Drink.
Take some deep breaths. Prep yourself. Yeah, do you want to get a drink, Jamie? While we're
fine. I'll just go without.
Okay.
I'm out. I'm just in the kitchen.
Okay. Just waiting. No rush in the production team. Anytime. Could take forever. This.
It's fine. This is clever.
Just
clever,
prep. Yeah.
Clever.
Okay.
Move on my behalf.
From Dream Girls, and I am telling you.
Oh, absolutely. And I am telling you, I'm not going. That's your lot. That is that.
There you go, Daniel. Daniel Whitehouse.
Thanks, Daniel Whitehouse. No. Yeah, tune. Have you seen the Aretha Franklin trailer of Jennifer Hudson?
I have. It looks incredible.
I am just dead.
I love the bit where Mary J. Blige turns around to her and says, "If you've had 4 albums, number ones, you need to sing something that's relatable."
Yeah.
So I thought that's great. We're being pushed now for another karaoke blast.
Oh no!
Close every door, Joesph. You see.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that because what you have to do to see me sing that is you're going to have to come back and watch the Joesph Amazing Technicolor concert.
There we go. That's why we've got you, Jamie.
There you go. Good. Immediate train to the hilt, I am.
Yeah. Because, of course, as much as we'd love to hear you sing here, we want everyone to watch and donate to this amazing, acting for others, which is why we're doing it. And we're so grateful to have you on board. Jamie, it's been an absolute blast chatting to you tonight, buddy. Thank you very much for answering all your questions. And best luck with whatever happens after lockdown. I'm sure you'll go on to do more amazing things. But take care of yourself, and thank you again.
Making me have a shave and actually put on something that isn't a onesie. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
And finally, if anybody wants to find you on social media to get in touch and send their love to you,
Instagram, Facebook, all of those, I'm all there. So yeah, please keep in contact and stay safe, everybody. Don't go mad this weekend. Please don't, because it's all going to get us back to look after each other, be safe, be respectful of everybody, and look after yourselves.
Jamie, thank you very much. All the best for the future, buddy. Thank you so much.
Cheers, mate.
I have been Adam Smith. Thank you very much for tuning in. I believe this is our last Q&A. It has been an honour to ask the questions to the stars, and I'm so excited, just like you guys are, to see the final version of this Joesph and the Amazing All-Star concert. Someone just said they might quit. It's not happening. Thanks, Adam. Thank you so much for tuning in and putting your questions into all these Q&As. Thank you to all the nice messages that I've been getting to say thank you for doing these. It's been an honour. I've loved doing it. And I just can't wait to see it. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the future. From me and all the team here at Joesph. Hope you enjoyed the Q&As. Thank you for your questions. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the big night whenever it is. Stay tuned for announcements. I'm sure they won't be too far away. Take care. I've been Adam Smith. I'll see them at press night. There you go. I'll see you at press night, whenever that is. I don't know. Enjoy your night. Take care. I've been Adam Smith. Bye-bye.